Count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Philadelphia Eagles. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give the tackle that time to Rodney McLeod.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
Where you think 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Under. Ready. Yellow lady. 11. Okay, we got flag number 53. 11.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He dumps it down to Ingram. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
We always talk about having to read deep. Defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Ready. You ready? Check. 53 fly. Check. 53. Wait, check.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Here we go. Ready.
The play fake to Ingram. Now it's Breeze. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Timmy Jernigan. busting throw to get him for a loss of 6. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
12, ready? You ready? 11. One shot.
Shotgun now for Breeze. He completes it to Bryant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here we go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Ready?
Now the pitch comes to Ingram. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one and another first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got
Ingram churning. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a sack. Come on, fellas.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, you got 3 out. 13. Like I'm not. What's that? 21.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was... absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Golden Tate. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Great 57.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Run. Here we go. 20.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. It's complete to Golden Tate. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They run with Ajayi. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
They'll try to run with a Jay. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Two.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a 1st down as well.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
We got 3, fellas. We got under. Watch time.
On 1st down, Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
36. Ready. You're 90. I'm going back to you.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Brees going to throw. Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow weighty. Ready for touch.
Brees now on 1st down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Down right around the 25. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready. You ready?
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Now Brees. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram, and he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down is Brees. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
11. Ready. Yellow weighty.
Brees now to throw. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Ready. You ready? 12.
Brees now. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Zach Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. They'll run with Clement. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to sling this deep downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
About 3-5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game. And they reacted poorly on that one.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. This is Ajayi. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a 2nd and just 3.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On second down, here's Wentz. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Here's Ajayi. Uses the spin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. A run, it's Clement. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. In on the tackle, Alex Okafor.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run again with Ajayi. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Trey 15, Trey 15. Go. 20. Go. Go. Lion.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And Tate's got it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Ginn has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Breeze now on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Tight end right. Under. 3 down. 12.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's got this down to the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Breeze now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 4 down. Go nowhere, 22. Easy, kill. Flare. 11. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Trying to lay one up deep, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
12. Ready. You waiting?
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Ready? Ready? Play set. Ready? Play set.
They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Breeze got to have this one. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
You gave the stat early on that he's one of just 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards last year, and then you said they needed to bottle him up for under 100 yards. He's way under 100 yards.
Bottom line, he's had virtually no success whatsoever.
And because of that, among a couple other reasons, they're down on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bryant. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Wentz now on 1st down. He finds an opening past the 40. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it, please.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
Two-jet. Here we go. 20. 5-7.
Now it's a Giant. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Great 15.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On first down, Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make this a second down. Now Breeze throwing on second down. He dumps it down to Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. The Saints on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. And Gibbs got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Breeze to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Down to about the 22 here. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
They'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. They'll look to run with Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
And a stoppage here. A timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
4 down, check, ready. We're waiting. 3 seconds.
Back to throw. He fights him off. The quick slant caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Ready? You ready? What's up?
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Mike Bennett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.